now Komon-Tok, in case you don't know. Oh yeah. Whenever we pledge with love and loyalty to his sweet, sweet mamas alone. Now we all for come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make alone. Anytime where you day, anytime where you go, anything you they do, it no matter. Oh yeah, it no matter. Now we for turn up Tanga one, inside Sierra Leone. Let one big family, cause no place like home. In case you don't know, this not Komon-Tok. We'll bring information about Salone. In case you don't know, this now Komon-Tok. We'll bring information about Salone. For education, entertainment, political affairs. Tune in Komon-Tok. For education, entertainment, political affairs. Tune in Komon-Tok.
Oh, Komon-Tok. We the talk and right, we the talk and clear from Sierra Leone to everywhere. Oh yeah. Komon-Tok, come make me hear. From the streets of Freetown to the world beyond, we dey yarn about the things we dey hold strong. Political talks, we no go shy. Migration stories should no go die. Entertainment, we go dance to the beat. Health and well-being, make we rise from we seat. It's now we platform, we go speak the truth for the young and the old. Now we voice we do. Ooh, Komon-Tok, you go hear we loud. We no go hide, you go make me proud. From Salone to the world, we dey stand tall. Now here we are. Now here we message for. Choice from politics to health, we stand firm. Migration of ours, we come from Komon-Tok. Nice to be with the young and care for you and me. Komon-Tok, oh yeah, we did. For the future, we pave the way. We talk about the health.
Yes.
Make the system better so we people could try.
Yes, Fambule, una welcome back to yet another very, very important segment where you can through the Komon-Tok platform. I hope so that they get to you loud and clear, right? Please not confirm for me. When they get to you loud and clear. Fambule, una confirmer. Lord, we know if they get to you loud and clear. We always want to know because now I will start some program here. So we back. Fambule, una they get to you loud and clear. Now they get to you loud and clear before we start the program. Now they get to you loud and clear. All right, Abdul Tarad, thank you very much. All right, okay, so today, as always, we're not done with Komon-Tok there. But one of the key things we'll get for can labor on today. Few months ago, there was something where we not be know how for color where surface na Jonobi. With you like people like submarine or maybe just a floating boat. People enable know. And police be come up with a statement. Then tell we say that just to the way of any police interest that mean nothing. Well, fortunately, there is a group of journalists there where do a documentary. In fact, they call themselves Inside Crime. I go show you the details, so no worry. No say we not talk without lay hands on evidence. Them specifically name Sierra Leone as the first the country forget the first Narco-Submarine. Can you imagine that? That they get your attention. But before that, these guys, them be really want follow we know. I know we know before them be try for get in touch with you. Now later now, I begin to check some of messages. No, so they get tons of messages there. I can see one of these articles they sent to me regarding this one. And we check, we get the police their own account. Well, they can't put this one, then it makes sense to you. What would they say? Trust level between Sierra Leone and the people and the law enforcement and the government a low, not because of the TI. I'm going to tell you one thing, but we check, you found something contrary to what they say. Okay, we go look into that. We also see Ali Kaba. I'm sure plenty people now on social media don't they hear about this name Ali Kaba. He do something today where people look and say unconventional within the SLP. Why? Or come out and tell the government of the excess power according to Ram. Well, sometimes they say the majority, I don't know the quotations. So sometimes when people and they do bad, not to the know they do bad now the thing, that they wonder way, they talk and they actually are the problem. Anyway, we go look into that. We also go pay attention. Richard Conte. Richard Conte, now one of the people where want to be president of the country. But you see name all over social media. And they accuse him for $8,000. I'm sure some of you are going to read the article in case they're not court. And we get into over that matter. We always say anybody who wants to go sit on that seat, for make sure say you get clean record. If we get something where we feel good, talk about, we'll definitely talk about it. We will also take with time for explain something to owner. Edmond Sylvester, the possibility for let it be ECSL boss 99.999%, 99.999%. Well, we'll give you the reason, right? If you're just a journey for the first time, we want for this opportunity for welcoming our Talk, different song, YouTube, Komon-Tok platform, the Komon-Tok special on YouTube again, broadcast both sides, the Facebook, TikTok. Well, so if you're comfortable for watch me, please consider for me too. My name now Mr. Komon-Tok. Of course, today now the 15th of February 2025, and I'm sure we all are Muslim there. Just left for 2 days. So, well, they can't just suffer. Better one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This now Komon-Tok. In case you don't know. Oh, yeah. Whenever we pledge with love and loyalty to we sweet mamas alone. Now we all come together as one. For tomorrow, now we go make alone. Anytime where you pay, it no matter. Anytime where you go, it no matter. Anything you they do, it no matter. Oh yeah, it no matter. Now we for turn up Tanga one. Inside Sierra Leone, let one big family, cause no place.
All right, so straight to the point. As always, you can get to it and can say gentle reminder, sharing is caring. Please consider that. Just want to announce when I say Burkina Faso trip of finally turned together. Easy. I'm sure at least by the middle of next week, towards the end, see what you do. And perhaps, maybe, just maybe, the part 2 of our count for us, right? All right. Let's start with one. Let's start with the left. This one and the submarine one. Now the left last because you get a lot of journalogy inside it. So we just take the alpha one, the alphas. We done with them, and then we come proper. Now, let me just put this thing first. Well, I'm like I say, plenty people now go don't see this on social media, but there are people away now in the wait for. This man where una see where na Dr. Richard Conte, one of the people where want be president Sierra Leone. Now, according to a court case we get with one, let's just read them for now. Leadership hopeful Dr. Richard Conte faces court over an $8,000 maritime property dispute with a relative living in the US. He testified to negotiating handling payment and preparing conveyance documents for the deal now in dispute, which has attracted police involvement after another party claimed power of attorney. Legal proceedings continue. The case has captured national attention and raised broader concern about content trustworthiness, transparency, and leadership suitability as Sierra Leone looks for a credible future leader. Now, I'd like to give you a background to this story. Now, the background to this story, I'm sure at the time of I want to bring them for now. I hope so we will get for now, bring them for now up. Now, see the background to the story. Okay. All right. So the background to the story now that's Dr. Richard Conte. He go with there is I think like Fambul or now somebody we know one, as the case may be, where it be meet sometime US. The person one by land, you know, that we see a public figure, politician, maybe a respectable person, ask and say, do ya, I want to help me like get land country, buy property, and if you get for take $8,000 in hand. Now the at the time of the name, yes, they say the time okay, the lady name C. Okay, Madame Cissé. Okay. Mrs. Cissé or Madame Cissé as the case. Marie Cissé. Okay, I don't get them correct. Marie Cissé. So Marie Cissé give $8,000 for buy for the land. Now, Dr. Richard Conte, according to the explanation here, he end up for gets for another place where a contrary to what the person be expects. And according to this the report who they see based on the conversations they already compiled from different sources now, it's the extra the town, I think the entire property for B2 town lot. And you end up for go side where the person no wants. And he promised, okay, because you don't want this side, I go give you a different place. Well, according to the conversation also, end up for give this person with conveyance. But there is another person inside this same land business where gets what they say power of Anthony, where claim the land. So it's become even more difficult. And according to in testimony we give, when he passed the document here to the lady accept and he thank her. But in lawyer challenge that say not to so EP, and that's this land business, the person not satisfied, and there is some kind of what they say like some kind of maybe you are only an underwater and the land gets issue itself. So basically, the land not available what the lady be they look for. And that even the money able get and the lady they look for exactly the more or less the value of the money when I $8,000 where it be paid to her. But the matter then a court where I'm not even tomorrow, so the 16 or the 17 for do that. But the reason we make it attract a lot of attention because these are one of the people who want to be president of the country. And depending on who side team up, we feel says anybody wait for team anybody where SCH say I want to be president of that country they or make sure say a clean record enough for using position for deprive other person or for manipulate other person or for criminalize another person or for take advantage against another person or in any way. And that made this case, I'm sure journalists and other political observers they follow her, now we see what in the courts will say when the court go pass the verdict, then we go understand whether actually they say a plan for scam the lady, if not true, or maybe the court will vindicate and say not true, a not plan for scammer, and that the transaction was smooth, and that the lady be just want to take advantage over her because na politician or because na big name. Again, this is a developing story. We show plenty people don't see, and we will definitely give an update on that. I don't know if they get me loud and clear as Abdozi go fully. Now, another thing what we get for can put here, where I'm sure, I don't know if you see this. All right. Now, plenty people don't see this. It is circulating on social media. Ali Kaba. Okay. Yes, I don't know if not the all right. Okay, so I'm sure plenty people now don't see this, but I want to take a quote from Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon Bonaparte, these are one of the greatest French people there. He said the world suffers a lot, not because of the violence of bad people, but the people because of the silence of the good people. The world suffers a lot, not because of the bad people, but because of the silence of the good people. Now, I know they can say Ali Kaba a good person, a bad person, decision I make. And sometimes they can say injustice, or maybe we see that they take advantage of person. You're more or less technically your obligation for there you say something. The reason very simple, because it might be you. Now this input, he said in 2015, under the APC government of former President Ernest Bai Koroma, I was arrested in what can only describe as a grave abuse of power, state power. With cooperation of willing hands within the system, I was denied bail and confined to Pademba Road. Constitutional principles were set aside, justice was distorted. SLPP supporters stood up with courage and conviction to demand fairness. Even some principal APC members, including lawyer Aliyu Iskandari, spoke against the injustice. Today, APC National Secretary General Lansana Doumbouya is detained in Pademba Road prison, accused of insulting President Julius Maada Bio, among other charges. While condemning his actions, we must avoid the pitfalls of emotional response. Let Lansana Doumbouya be granted bail while his matter proceed before the court. Bail is not acquitted. Bail is not an endorsement. Bail is a constitutional safeguard. It affirms due process and respect for the rule of law. Let him face the day in court, as every citizen of our republic is entitled to do by virtue of his public office and standing. Is not a flight risk. The SLPP must always stand for constitutional order, democratic maturity, and national unity. Let us lead by example. Let us stand for principle. All right. So this is a message where I'm sure plenty of people don't share today on social media, and I see thousands of people there. They praise her. Some I even see Kamarimba. They say if he succeed for get the flag bearer, he vote for her. Kamarimba say if he succeed for get the flag bearership, he vote for her. Other people and they say, bro, this not just hypocrites, not gimmick, not just maybe politics in the play. I mean, it depends. Sometimes somebody they count a good, genuine concern, genuine contribution. People in the turn other way around. This is how we are as humans, and we get for go over that. We get for go more than that maturity day. Now we not talk what you know behind. If person what's in there a person heart left na heart. Now we judge people by their action rather than just because somebody, I mean, the man don't come out and when in party condemn so. Now in party condemn so and now in president to challenge so. This not like a taboo. I mean, tell me about how many SLPP stalwarts there? Somebody that will go school, where I mean, where condensed dangerously educated. Some people that we don't say they don't work in the United Nations. Some people I know one call names. Some people and they way don't say they don't do this. Now Aja then I'll haji them. Where go look mother be opined and talk them with there. Very few. So if this man get the bold mind for team up and talk, I don't see the reason why people then they say set up, now politics, now this, that. Well, it's not social media. They live in a free world. Everybody gets an opinion. Not so. Well, don't say that bring and can because it make it trend social media. I'm sure while I open the line, you go definitely get something where you say go and add conversation. Right. Another thing where I can come bring can to your attention. And one thing where we not know it for always, and they always say, be not to suit fair. All right? It's just that the same thing what we've done, do so analyze, or cross reference, examples, and left the rest to you for there you have sense. Edmund Sylvester Alpha. The possibility for the electron for the ED, the neck boss and 99%. Somebody they say to ask why. Because look, first and foremost, therefore yesterday we count Honorable Mfa, we talk about say Matabiu did not do this selection or this appointment in good faith. And we also count Mohammed Bangura yesterday, but the line before will not be able to get her all. But I want count some side. Only listen to what Mohammed Bangura be say yesterday, where some of them not be able to watch that program. A small side no more. I just want you and they let you all on. Just keep down there, just in case maybe you will need that side. Because I want make points. Now yeah, let we get this message clear. I just share with me. I just share this. Okay. All right. Let's see the video. I just share quickly. Now listen carefully, Mohammed Bangura, what he say, and then we go can share some of the things that we will say why make we believe say this man don't get the job already. It's just a matter of protocol. Yeah. Think we don't get her. Now, listen, Mohammed Bangura. Okay, so there's this one key thing we would try for talk about. There is now this ongoing constitutional review process. Do you believe it's genuinely aimed at strengthening democracy or serving the political interests of the government of the day?
It's a yes or no. It's a yes or no answer I have for that, because when you look at the bill gets a lot of things there. Yeah, and based on the lot of things that within the bill, we need to look at them as they put them at the paper. Yeah, I look at first the PR system. Look at the PR system, the proportional representation. They put on the bill. The proportional representation, me, they vote in favor of the proportional representation. Because it's good for the country, it's good for unity, it's good for political stability in the country. Bear in mind, this proportional representation, this proposal did not happen from one in days. By then, I was a cabinet minister, Minister of Information and Communication, and me now one of the 8 ministers then, we President Kuruma, we pick look Kawan in reports and recommend report. All over the country, we then go to about 70% of the population say they want PR system for political stability, for unity, and cost everything. By then, I advocate for that to be carried in the white paper. Hello?
Yeah. Well, they get you. I don't know if the people and they get you loud and clear. Just a moment. Okay, so look like say Pambul. Will not even get. I don't know if not they get her. All right. Now there is a reason we make a one bring kind aside. Now, when we don't analyze most of how the voting pattern therefore happen, we see say look, I don't say this million time, and I'm not go tire for say this. Anybody if you do underrate Mother Bio, you say because the way they waka, because the way they talk, then you do at your own disadvantage. Seriously. Mother Bio, now one of the super smart politicians we would ever get. Now, let me see what you not just see what the constitution do first. The other one will count. Then first study will count doctor. That's make we they go bring calm some of them guys there didn't come. You know, the reason because we really want to get some of the facts from them. Mohammed Bangura don't clearly tell you say which I gave for votes. You know, right. And just that yesterday the internet not began chance for let be able to explain to me the other part if you get for vote for Edmund Sylvester. But this one technically don't tell you who you get for votes for. Therefore, still confirm from her. All right. So the government need roughly 5 to 7 people there to make Edmund Sylvester become the new net boss. Now, somebody go say, Dr. Umfa say, President Bio no waits for make the tripartite done or make a point. And that's not doing in good spirit or not doing in good faith in the sense that it look like something they go on. But I just put for what the constitution say clearly first. I want to just put for you something at the screen so that you understand how they come from clearly. Let's just share this something quickly. Now, this is not the 1991 constitution. Under section 32 subsection 1991 constitution. The members of the Electoral Commission shall be appointed by the President subject to the approval of Parliament. Section 32, subsection 3. This is exactly what in matter be follow. What in matter be follow now, waiting the constitution of say I don't say. And not say the tripartite. I mean, let me get this one. So look at the thing. There is a loophole within the documents. It capitalized on the weakness of the tripartite. Now, voluminous document. I'm not so. Mrs. No ever done it. You understand? And beaucoup say Leone and self no able reader. But one of the things we then do, then put so much information that it become even boring for read. And the key thing they were supposed for be. And somebody they tell me say APC with all the lawyers say. With all the talented faces, the talented brains, they're able to get this kind of forethought or say, none of them say not going to take place until we will implement that clause. They then for don't put and say until all the tripartite recommendations have been fully implemented. Nothing like appointing a neck boss, nothing like starting referendum and all of these things. You know they did. So It's entirely up to Madam Joe for using discretion in good faith if you want, for let you wait for a time for let you tell the SLP for let you wait after the tripartite recommendation have been fully implemented. Otherwise, it will follow the process. One, even though the 2023 begets issue, begets technical, it begets legitimacy concern, it begets transparency concern, but the APC as a political party legalize every aspect of Madam Bio in presidency. This is a difficult moment for you believe, but it's just a fact. But the fact that all the elections, and I go quote from the Likodo MS Bangura and the former president. The former president, why would they quote her? Because they don't they in authority, get more experience. They say any election, but the fact that then they tell you say just bring down the opponents at the chair. At the negotiating table. As soon as you bring down the opponents at the negotiating table, it's done. Not so, it's done. Over. As soon as you do so. And that is exactly what Madam succeed for. He bring down the opponents then at the negotiating table, and some of them say they not say now APC they cry foul say Madam they can put for them somebody when they not want, and they not wait for let the tripartite done. But how Madam go wait for let the tripartite done, where there is a constitution at the country, whether the 1991 constitution, wherein they make use of her. The tripartite recommendation no say pass and implement all those laws before it become before you do that. I don't know if they get too safe. I don't know if people in the sea. I can always say sometimes pull emotion aside. Look at certain things. Analyze it in a manner in which fairly speak the truth, let the devil be ashamed. So APC, the possibility for let them reject, for let them fight, for let Edmond Sylvester Alpha, for let it become ECSL, it almost, the chances is slim. It's slim. Especially when the government just need 5 or 6. Mohamed Bangura, technically they would stay. Confirm my study on the on the PR system. And again, reasons. So if the government right now, each of those other parliamentarians where they just need to give someone $10,000, $20,000, $50,000, each one of them, and you go tell me the rest. We'll carry back now this platform, we can what? Bear with me. I say this from all me analysis. If Edmond Sylvester Alpha become the substantive ECSL boss, that's me word to area and word. Say the same thing will happen. It's not my word. Okay. Somebody just do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor. Just take on a few seconds. Just bring on camp. Few seconds. Few seconds. Few seconds. Few seconds. He said 2023. It said 2028 will be exactly. Just see for this. No, not in this. Because that particular side, I don't want to talk for her. I don't want to say that so you see where we get a video. Just bring up something. Now listen carefully. Listen and carefully. They can.
Around people they say 2028, therefore not they fear football 2028. 2028 is going to be just like any 2023, 2018 or 2012. Like we don't see all. I don't see all. We don't see all things. Okay. So nobody they put fear in me. So, they threaten himself by election business. This is not my game.
Now he said this not game. An election we get for determine about the future of a nation. 8 million people for a game. For a game, not just a game. So if this man succeed for become the ECSL boss, the same thing will take place 2020. Internet, they say, they forget and they give you seats. Okay. We'll take a short break where we come. The lead story tonight, what one can explain to you, what they can bring and can to you. We just join we on the program. this now you evening favorite program with Komon-Tok, and today we look at a key findings from Insight. We talk about say Sierra Leone don't get now the first country in Africa for allowed submarine Narco-Submarine for surface. We take short break where we can afford say it's a bit.
And out of your sensation, get ready to groove diamond style and witness a groundbreaking debut. It's the dinner, dance, and platform show where elegance meets energy and the future takes flight. A night to dine, a night to dance, a night to launch and take a chance on June 13th. Step into the scene, All Saints Central, where the moment becomes magic. Where the moment becomes magic.
An unforgettable convergence. Celebrate the official launch of our booking platform in an atmosphere charged with music, flavor, and inspiration. This is not just an event, it's a movement. Komon-Tok platform. Event details.
Well, grand dinner dance, booking platform launch Saturday, June 13, 2020. Swear Olsen Community Center, 105 New Crossroad, London, say 14, 5 DJ. Tickets.
Early bird.
Feast now.
Standard at the gate.
Yes now.
Spectrum.
Show your support.
We go on. Early bird.
London, say 40, 5 DJ. London, say 40, 5 DJ. London, say 40, 5 DJ. Show your support.
Don't just attend, take part in the sensation.
Okay.
Take part in the launch.
We don't count on the other side of the program. If you just join me today, we look at it's now being confirmed by Insight. This investigative platform called itself Insight Crime, then confirmed says Salon don't get the first narco submarine found in Africa. First found in Africa, Sierra Leone. And we also behind the scene, fortunately, for get some information from key players there. We, most of the things away probably maybe not too far again. I mean, they can compile them, they can begin. Some of them too sensitive, so they can fight away. So this reduce some of it's all connected. So they give you a lot of dossier information regarding what's in the take place. The US government, this I will tell you now clearly, they monitor actively the activities of drug business within West Africa, and Sierra Leone in particular. I want to guarantee you with this message I tell you so. People over there within that circle. If I didn't tell them, shake me, but they know what they tell you so. Fortunately, some of those information access them. Who now power them share to be so take time for to you. Now, last year John Obe let's share something this picture not just share something for us. Last year, I'm sure plenty people in NBC let's share. See this one. All right. Last year, plenty people on NBC this, right? Plenty. I don't know if you see on the screen now. Last year, plenty people on NBC this, not so. When I be see these people don't understand what's in, and we all be there argue. Well, I mean, it's so strange. Whether they say that submarine, where they say that we will get a picture, not so. Now, when we left this one, I they show you the house we do this investigation. What I want to bring can to you first, I want to let you listen and remind you back what in the police say. And then we will can you what in then go find out that you be the judge. I take you back into history.
They work with the police because there is no way it will be possible for everybody everywhere at the same time. No way. But the community members go there everywhere or some part of the community at a given time. So if you see something, you call the police, that's a very good job. And so the police, they inform we. We don't see this boat now. We don't know what happened. So we go at the scene and we start to do joint job. You know, so this is for our business. We call the silo, the Republic of Salo Armed Forces, the naval wing, plus we maritime wing. We say we will be one of marine wing. So we all join together and decide say one function with the lobby or one power with the lobby the police that we get power for in the process of protecting lives and property, or in the process of protect life and property. We get power for search, we get power for investigate, we get power for how we call it for detain. We also even get power for prosecute. So that power they belong with it. So we decided to use one of the functions or one of the duties we get or we responsibility for say, what will happen? Let me search the boat, or let me know if anything in the way of security concern, or we get some form of criminality around them. And so thoroughly they search the boat. But honestly, at the end of it all, there was nothing of police interest, nothing of security concern. And don't forget the way they search the boat, the committee members did it. If I then know then they at the scene before we reach there, and then call me for local day. So this is I like then don't all get in at the scene. And they call me say, we see this one and so we went to the scene. But the moment we go there, we say, let me work with the military, we all work together and search the boat. And at the end of the day, they're not be saying it's of security concern. In fact, the boat for still there. I don't know. So we try for no outcome. Yeah, not to harbor. You know, say get when they say harbor, that's how we move to the park. But not to wharf. Go to call wharf. Not to wharf. So how we come now? So preliminary.
Okay. Now we just pull us. They pause that side there first. 2 minutes 20 seconds. Maybe we'll come. This is not the police version. After the boats land, they take the military, the marine wing, the naval wing of the police, I mean the military, their self-own, and go to the place. And after we don't do their own search, on police interest, this is not to me words. Police spokesperson says so. But here is it. Let's share something. Okay. I'm not looking at the sea. Okay. Very well. So this then call themselves inside crime. All right. Now then put this one together. All right. Then journalists here, then they investigate how drugs how do they traffic drugs using marine. More or less technically, this particular project we didn't undertake now for let them just see because they evolve, they change, you get different dimension, different pattern there. Imagine a multi-billion dollar industry. Imagine the money we involved. And so they always fair new tricks and new mechanism for make sure say they pay the authorities and gets their own trade. I want to read for you half part, then I take Usai Salon day at the salon side, I want bring comfort. A near record number of narco submarines were intercepted crossing the Atlantic and Pacific in 2024, with drug-laden vessels appearing in new areas as traffickers increasingly use this discreet shipping method to get cocaine to international markets. Narco-Subs have been around for decades, primarily used to ferry cocaine from Colombia's Pacific coast to Central America or Mexico. But recent seizure data for these hard-dictated boats suggests that narco-subs are growing in number, reach, and sophistication. This now the area from this now the entire map where they don't. This is just part of the research where they show you from the year where they begin to track them up to the entire. Now, in the past year, maritime authorities nabbed a vessel carrying some 6.5 tons of cocaine near the Azores Island in the Atlantic. Discovered. Get back. I'll take that line there again. Make and let people and see. In the past year, maritime authorities nabbed a vessel carrying some 6.5 tons of cocaine near the Azores Island in the Atlantic, discovered a deserted narco-sub near Black Johnson Beach in Sierra Leone, and intercepted another in the Pacific Ocean bound for Australia carrying more than 5 tons of cocaine. Now, at the Press for You discovered, this is where you can get now Sierra Leone story. I don't know if you see on the screen. I don't know if you see on the screen. Just need. Oh. Okay, very good. This is the Sierra Leone story. This now from that article there. Then give you a link. Then give you a link or tell you exactly how they find out. So, what then they find out, just like I mentioned, then they trace, then they track, find out how, then dog specialists here, they tell for you different ways. And one of the way then they use a submarine. But this submarine actually, fits into, according to their findings, fits into the category of what you would say a submarine, because they actually go down deep. A low-level floating vessel. They go down the water, but not in the position of a submarine on that kind of way. So like a just for hide, basically. Just for hide. Now, a long article, we're not going to go deep into it. And the one actually in John Obey, when it sees that particular Black Johnson, that Black Johnson, clearly, according to their findings, one of both them. And the police, Salon police said them, nothing of police interest. Guess what? The reason we could play that video, the naval of Sierra Leone, then go. The police intercepted their own boats. This is not by words. This is coming from the spokesperson of the police to say both of the team, so they're not able to identify the boat self, say this is not submarine or this they carry cocaine. That's ring a bell. That's draw attention. That's show you something is hidden somewhere. There are people that will protect certain people clearly now. And this will not be ever nobody's until we can send this information to we. Now let me read from there. This now May, in fact, March. Now it passed more than I think almost 1 year before we see this. Where did it tell for reach me? Because like I said, we get tons of messages there. We'll not read out until then this year we can say now we say okay, look, and we get more information back. Now let me see how Salon connected deeply into the investigative journalism of these guys. I'm gonna put one at the link anyway. I just share the link to now. Would I want to read everything I will read, but I'll just tap on Sierra Leone. First Atlantic narco-submarine found in Africa. So technically, Salon don't make name. We don't become the first country in Africa, the first country. If all them guys find this Salon, we don't become this country beside Narco-Sub found and then link on to somebody or then attempt for link on to somebody. I read them for now. A Narco submarine has washed up on Black Johnson Beach of Sierra Leone on the West African coast of Africa, as well as being the country's first discovery. It is significant. Okay, so now they see this one now. The submarine is actually low profile vessel. Unlike others so far discovered after transatlantic voyage, the example as outboard motors. The LPV OM in my taxonomy. This now proves that the vessel with outboard motors can make the voyage. Okay? It has long been suspected that the so-called narco-submarines are used to transport cocaine across the Atlantic to West Africa coast. Possibly, the drugs are then transshipped to other vessels or travel via other means to their eventual market in Europe. And that some routes to Europe go very close top the West African coast, in particular the Cape Verde Islands. Exactly which of these scenarios is true in this case is not yet clear, but it's worth noting that the vessel outboard motors were missing. This is not unusual for these vessels after they have completed their voyage, and it's possible that they were salvaged by local unconnected to the smoke. This case is being linked to fugitive drug lord Johannes Lydeckers, as soon as so, aka Bolijos, as he get Boku name, not so. So, according to their findings, they link this particular boat to around who has been in the country. The SSF, according to their findings, confirm, say, Bolijos did not the country. At this stage, it appears that the link may be speculative. Again, they make us say that they not get enough evidence to confirm, say, this boat actually in a Bolijos get a link to according to the findings, and then they show you the type of boats them, and then boats I don't see them similar to Salon, different raft. So it's a shame, but let us say I don't police can't tell we say these boats where we all be know say it can, they found they're not able to see any police. There's nothing of police interest. So we wonder why the US government, we wonder why the US government banned we in America. They say because of state, they say because of, I just share this information all the time. Right? This one. This is now the governments of America. This one, I don't say this several times. The Bureau of International Narcotics and Law Enforcement Affairs Sierra Leone. In Sierra Leone, drug trafficking and money laundering remain prevalent, with the country being used as a transshipment point from South America, Asia to Europe, and to a lesser extent, the United States. Corruption is a pervasive problem in Sierra Leone, and that compromises citizens' access to the basic public services and institutions such as health, education, and police. The criminal justice is inefficiently backlogged. Because boku cases deal with. All right. So if you do the connection now to the story where the guy found out, then tell you say the routes, the smugglers and they don't change routes from South America. Now then they use the same, small boats there. So like a submarine can. And one of the soft southern stuff. So one of the countries, the first country where gets a submarine, narco-submarine with found. This is just scary. But now just before we end this one, the truth of the matter is, if then drug lord here succeed for in our country, and he always repeats this. I talk with somebody. He say, if that and they succeed for all, get a foothold in the country, it no matter the government to the show they continue. And if you reach to a point of being a narco state, then they give order for kill or execute people in the sense that, for example, in a bad, you want to play ball, a threat towards the business, person of interest in any way, because cocaine, that's not the area where we want to trade for. And another report said also, just say 7 cartel guys in the work in the country, 7 that in the operation. Who knows? Perhaps if we're not doing enough, the government will become more serious. No open up. Perhaps they go flood the markets. They pay you to life. They are tricks. I mean, particularly like the other boy wouldn't be say that fuller guy we kill. Then kidnap other people. Say don't kill other people. Say just kidnap and say see lock bolejos Ken or so. I be see that I don't know what's her name, something Alan Bar. So it is what it is, but it doesn't sound good for we as a nation. And I'm sure any responsible government, therefore think twice. Yeah, we need the money. Yes, of course, government's broke, and but then therefore look at the bigger picture. What if Tenga becomes so powerful president? Like what did it take place in Guinea-Bissau? Guinea-Bissau literally telling this election we pass where that guy shamelessly make like city overthrow. Of course, the opposition we're supposed to win, we say we kind of stop that nonsense day. It already winner. So then they have a finance results like army chief. Army chief, many allegations say a part of the cartel. The end of a run and see the result. Anyway, so Pamela the tab the program, and definitely we will come back tomorrow. Tomorrow we get a very interesting program. Yeah, we get Femi Claudia School, we get Honorable Nuru, we get Ibrahim Kuruma, who is a civil society activist. We can discuss important issues there. Please join us tomorrow as we and any of the conversation. Well, me and Mr. Komon-Tok, we take it and say no.
Book your tickets now. +44 745 76.
Not a pure sensation. Get ready to groove diamond style and witness a groundbreaking debut. It's the dinner, dance, and platform show where elegance meets energy and the future takes flight. A night to dine, a night to dance, a night to launch and take a chance on June 13th. Step into the scene, All Saints Central, where the moment becomes magic. Where the moment becomes magic.
An unforgettable convergence. Celebrate the official launch of our book and platform in an atmosphere charged with music, flavor, and inspiration. This is not just an event, it's a movement. Komon-Tok platform. Event details.
All right, so yes, Fumble, we don't come at the other side of the program when I turn for talk. Just so you know, the program where they listen to Komon-Tok and the jingle we just listen, we show where they come. We are June 13. We highly recommend you get the tickets as early as possible because we know one let people and choke past mark. And now one way back way for support we because we really want create new programs there, but we are limited. And if you don't follow me for the past 2-3 years, and genuinely if you want to follow we grow, well, even if you don't get for go, but do ya with the ask that at least let you buy something for we buy the tickets. It's like more or less a fundraising, and we're going to launch the book, and it's more or less, and we all work on it. All right, let's take the first call. We get the first caller on the line. Yes, caller, outside the call from.
Mr. Domes from Komon-Tok family.
Thank you for joining us. You get the platform.
Yes, I'll definitely get my ticket very shortly. Couple of things. One, with regards Mohamed Bangura is completely disingenuous and he's selfish and he's voting for the PR just because he doesn't want to accountable for what he don't do in parliament to people them to in constituency and it clear say account to in party self and as a result of that so in choose on a selfish reason why in choose for go for the PR so not for listen to him the common man for listen to him. Secondly, Madabio, I understand you say clever. No, it's a negative cleverness. It's a negative smartness because what you do, you look through the constitution, you find the loopholes, and you choose Edmond Alpha, where everybody knows the history is there. It's not right for the people. It's not good. The guy is not competent enough for be electoral commissioner chairman or Madabio. It does this within the law. So to me, that's a negative carelessness. In conclusion, to be honest, Sierra Leone, at the moment, we get little or no democracy, we get no justice, and therefore, we haven't got peace. So please, the common man, we not for allow the government for say, we peace. No, but they are doing everything negative. So I think the end result, the people need to prepare to come out. Forget about the Southeast. If they join us, bonus. But Sierra Leone, to change Sierra Leone, we understand the opposition are able to do anything.
Right. Thank you very much,
they cannot do nothing.
Yeah, we had another voice. Thank you for your contribution. All right, we take another voice. Yes, call outside the call from.
From the United States, sir.
All right.
Thank
you. You get the platform.
And thank you for the good work.
Thank you too.
With blindness alone, when you can say matter bio get sense, matter of fact, that word koni, that to them it come out. Then they work collectively for do what in they get an intent. But people are not see the side of them with them color. From 1953, them people that they after that country, they for take them personally. They first begin down there with National Council and UPP. They call the other people there and they say, hey, we're not countryman. Then when they call, them scrap UPP. They say that Creoman party. Then they would call. When they get away with that, they come into tribalism. For personalize the you wouldn't call now. They incorporate other tribes and they wouldn't call out. But something that people are not a look, they're not big enough for look before. They're not a see far. If they see man be a see and bobo na botong. Yes. 71 when Buddha met that road, man be on the bimbobo. Usabi, it not get sense, me man. If you get sense, something and then you don't see what other people then do. How you end up and then you do them, not to sense you get. That koni, if not for that, if them people are not been get an intent, people are like Charles Magai, Julius Spencer, Sama Banya, they not go sit down and set more than they look what in they go on that country. They talk and say democratic. One of them in the faith, say the wound we, say democracy. Now look what in they go on. What is democratic in what is going on in the country? And they are quiet. What you make them quiet?
Yeah, thank you very much.
Waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, and we'll take another voice. Yes. All right. To get another voice on the line. Yes. Abdul from the US. Thank you for joining us. You get the platform.
Yeah, Mr. Komon-Tok, the driver. I don't know if you get me clear.
Yeah, they get you.
But Mr. Komon-Tok, I will say this. The decision of a leader, you understand, It's good to make it benefit the nation and left legacy. I know if you tell me say it's Raoul, not a smart guy, I don't care about academic credentials or in common sense or other things. Now, waiting if they do where the benefits in nation. Now I go take for assessor. Unlike the situation where we they get Nasirel. You know, somebody with your own thinking will feel say smart. But if the decision where they make, they end up for being chaos, turmoil in a country. I mean, you know, tell you say it's smart, or other people that will tell you so. You know, then when you look at this Ali Kabain situation, I mean, I like the courage that he come out. But why now? Now, this professor in Joseph in a comment, why now? Now, because we know say you want for run for office, that make you make the gods for one, where you know say you don't get much impact in you. But that's not the situation. Where people they do things, you know, message get time in Mr. Komon-Tok. If you release the message when you for release them, people will go respect you. You just tell them that will be resign after August 10.
Yeah,
With them in blame for his statement.
Solomon Jamiru.
Yes. Up to now, you see people they make reference to his statement because it been timely. But you know, the level business then, but could you allow me to say this? You see, whether they left Lansana tomorrow or not, let me tell you, that's where the magistrates do now very, very short. Very cheap for Plinzura, the president of the party. If that man end up for be Anthony General Minister of Justice, you get for Wakanda, what you get for Teller? Say, I've been take that decision because you know, say government of the day this and that. That's how a real man want behave. A real man where they lead family, where they lead a nation. That's how you want behave. Thank you, big brother.
Thank you very much. All right, will I take another voice? Yes, call outside. You call from?
Yeah, Mr. Komon-Tok, this is not Constance Leone. They call from the US.
Constance Leone, thank you for joining us. You get the platform.
Yeah, my brother, let God bless you for the good work we do. You see, I agree with that caller where, you know, bother you not smart, you know, get sense, you know. Na criminal because not to smartness that one day. Anybody who is smart, you know, you go try for see what you go do for make impact in the world, but not to for use the smartness for the carry the people and go backward and they put the country into more danger. You know what I mean? So now that one day me want for disagree with me brother. That man they not smart at all. Then coming to Edmond Alpha, you know, people that we know very well, they know for Gattuso. You know, now one of the most dangerous man in the one in that country. But one thing we may believe no more in this world that, you know, nothing not the way they last forever. Now if we say now people that we not get sense, because if now people that we get sense, then go look at other people that we don't play with all kind of danger things in that country. They play with demons them and all that stuff. Then they look at how their lives they end up, you know. The online thing the way they play to nothing we get for loss. The way we not get for care them go no side. The Bible says, what shall it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose your soul? You know, online thing the way they play to it and the powerful. The guy is so demonic to a point that at much that guy the woman we married now one of his students in girlfriend he threatening him back again. You know, now demonic people and now one and day. So, but God will get for handle them for we. We just want let APC they able for stand and make sure say the right thing be done and let them free that country day. You know, thank you so much, my brother. God bless you for the good work you do.
Thank you very much. Take another voice. Yes, call outside. You call from?
Yeah.
Outside you call from? Yeah, I'm from the UK.
Yes, thank you very much, Komon-Tok. Thank you. As always, you do well. Yes, I know you measure, you know, you bring us back to all of the good things. You always keep us informed about these drugs and this trade, and you go to the extra for make a research. We're not for lose guard, we're not for lose focus on exactly what did happen. You see, you play this Ali Kaba in write up and stuff. It's fine, but just supporting border very it's untimely. We know who that Ali Kaba. We know when we talk of Sierra Leone today and who side the war, they would have pioneer that Ali Kaba. But regardless of that, a statement says it's good. Sometimes when mono carry emotion into all of what we do, we see something and condemning and refer to what happened to them. Fine, we appreciate that. But these are the people then. For how long? Then this guy going to go to New York, now the Chancellor building, go to Egypt. We see what happened. We see how Baby try for quite like is turn around. So it is just all I said gimmick, you know. And then look at this model alpha issue. We know what happened now that that in Kaila or whatever, one election at the north, na Kabbalah or so, Kanodugu. We see how they change things. Since from that time, so these guys, everything they do, they mean them. Saying the constitution, Mother BS has rights, like you said, maybe all the appointments and stuff, but go to the position paper of Mother BS when they were in opposition. What did they talk? They shy away from electing the commissioner, the presence of be in hands of Didi. These are some people they condemned before, but in position paper when them then we be they come before 2018. So they are the things. So today, what you don't condemn, what you see the presence of look up, right. You don't champion that.
Thank you very much.
So these are the things. Yeah, double standard. We not for agree as a nation. Now for stand firm.
All right. Thank you very much. We had another voice. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, we take probably don't take one more call because today we cut the line a little bit earlier than usual. Okay, we'll take this one more. Okay, and all right. Okay, so okay, we'll take this probably will be the last one. This now Kai Londo, the man with the thunderous voice. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, Mr. Komon-Tok, how you doing, boss?
I'm good. And yourself?
I'm good. God bless. And you?
Can't complain.
Well, bruh, you see them politicians, yeah? Now, so time don't reach. Now, then say they fed themselves now. How they be don't fool the people and say, now, senseless war. Then fool the people and now they don't begin them fed themselves now. APC the greatest mistake. How now go sit down in opposition? They don't do all the level, this, that, they don't get a new executive, this. They will go sign law then. We be say una not even start safe. You know, they never blame themselves, bruh. Now then tell how they talk. See when you know fed early, you go fed and later. Now they don't begin lock them up. If they be done they lock them up, wait and see them thief the election. Sometimes things before don't change. Because then turn and attention there, you know. So it's very sad. And this drug business, bro, we don't need talker. That guy within a salon, bro, that in a big drug lord. That guy be don't communicate with El Chapo in West from where he been there, Spain and Turkey. From where they get out airport, now we don't begin talking. It's very dangerous. And if they not be careful, SLPP no go come on our power. Then they go support them. Then go finance the SLPP have money. APC no get money. Ain't that no more, bro. The population, let them stand. The people, now we get for grab. We things don't begin go bad. So thank you very much.
All right.
God bless you.
God bless you too. Thank you very much. I think that's some of the time for us. And let me just take the messages there now. Messages there now. Okay, this one they come up from Julius Conte. That the video now they see at the background, so now the more or less like the entire documentary, how then the different type of narco submarine then and then them put together now they see so. And I will drop the link just in case another video they went at 9 minutes we will not be able to put now all Maybe, perhaps we might put on, maybe, perhaps we might put on because maybe we'll just use a 9 minutes there as so they go. Don't watch the entire discussion now with the guy, then they explain how they reach to Saloon. Anyway, Julius Conte, they say the appointment of Edmond Alpha as CSL boss is clear disrespect on the part of Madabio for the people of Sierra Leone. This one, they say, Abdul Kabo, they say, you're right, Mr. Komon-Tok. APC no then waiting, no then waiting. They no know waiting that they do. APC no know waiting they do. Madabio, they do everything necessary for SLPP for stay in power, but they no know. James Abdul Kabo, I don't know if they're the same guy. I don't know. I think no. James Moose is Mr. Komon-Tok. The big problem of Sierra Leone is selfishness, greed, and dishonest. God will going to handle them. Alassane, they say call police power. You know, it's the police and they can our program, but because they can't they're not ever tell me say no they come, but no more. Each time we'll tell them say we'll call them right now. In fact, even this guy they talk to, they talk. If I call her, you go pick with the talk. You go tell me say they come, but sometimes I can just psych her for that. I just know. I can say okay, they come so say yeah, but I know they tell nobody because I just want to know no more. But at the end of the day, you know, I think they don't get instructions enough for kind of come and talk, but that's fine. And we don't do what they do, and if they're not kind of lost because you know we still get to community, I'll get to people with members there when I yard and they wait for information. So if I deprive ourselves from this kind of huge respectable community, I mean when they do it bad, now they do not say bad. Abil is how fair and transparent will the electoral commission be if they are unpicked by the president? Salon is a dirty place when it comes to politics. And at the wallow, Salon, me border. Salon. Juliet Davis, they say, Mother is not smart, is the most crooked politician in Sierra. Kate K, thank you for joining us. And Jerry, they say that submarine you mentioned landed in Sierra Leone last year, and the security forces condoned the beach to prevent youth from getting closer. Well, then you account it different. They say not to say be allowed people in front of the people and do all the rest. Yeah. Thank you, Mohammed from Turkey. I go say probably send me a reminder, Mohammed. Send me a reminder. Yeah. Rosemary Dean, they say Sierra Leone presidency has always been about poor men going for the position to steal and move on. No interest in the people, but to enlarge. Yes, thank you very much, my dear friend. And Kelvin Sese, thank you for joining us as always. And hey, thank you for joining us. And good evening, Superman. Thank you very much. Yeah. All right. So, fam, we look like Senaya they tap the program. It's been, as always, a pleasure for Getunaya. We really appreciate our efforts and we effort together. And I mean, now we on civic duty to play so as Sierra Leone. You know, it can be difficult, but sometimes just get for do no. So what I go do, I go drop the link to size salon issue there, just in case somebody want to read it. I drop it in the comment section. I don't drop it. I hope so not see that. If you don't go. All right. If you know, last year we WhatsApp page. A lot of people be the asked today, but we don't create a last year WhatsApp page in case you want to join the WhatsApp group, we can get some information there where we can share. This now WhatsApp page. We don't drop WhatsApp page, so you can just click on that. You'll be able to join the WhatsApp group. And forget for share and set to but so just click on and you can join the page. We're gonna, if I know they forget, no, we'll go for the count many. We'll go for the. All right, so let's share this one before I wanna listen to guys there.
Inside Crime based in Colombia. Today I'll be reading an abbreviated version of a recent investigation we published on narco-submarines, which are increasingly used by drug traffickers to move cocaine from production zones to the rest of Latin America, the Caribbean, and beyond. Our research shows these submarines are surfacing in more places than ever. Most are relatively unsophisticated, allowing traffickers to flood the seas with cheap, low-profile vessels that are unable to fully submerge but are still incredibly hard to detect. These subs can carry massive loads of cocaine and often slip past authorities. To understand this trend, we analyzed 240 seizures to uncover where these vessels are built, where they're headed, and how this innovation is reshaping global trafficking routes. This is an abridged version of Under the Radar, but hundreds of Narco-Sub seizures tell us about global cocaine routes. Read by me, Henry Schultner, a co-author along with Sam Woolston. Narco-subs have been around for decades. Drug traffickers use them to move cocaine, mostly from Colombia's Pacific coast to Central America or Mexico. But recent seizures show something new. The subs are becoming more common, traveling further and getting harder to detect. In just the past year, authorities seized a narco-sub carrying 6.5 tons of cocaine near the Azores Islands, found an abandoned vessel off the coast of Sierra Leone, and intercepted another in the Pacific, headed for Australia, with more than 5 tons of cocaine on board. These long-distance journeys show that narco-subs are no longer just a regional tactic. They're going global. Inside Crime analyzed hundreds of cases involving semi-submersible vessels seized around the world to understand what this growing trend reveals about drug trafficking routes and the criminal networks behind them. Most narco-subs aren't actually submarines. They can't fully dive underwater. Instead, they ride just above the surface, with only a small part visible, making them hard to detect. Authorities commonly refer to this vessel type as a low-profile vessel. A typical low-profile vessel is about 50 feet long, with a slender, elongated shape. It typically runs on a diesel or gas engine and is usually made of wood and fiberglass, materials that are harder to detect by radar. The cockpit and the exhaust pipes stick out above the water, but the rest of the vessel stays just below the surface. Because they sit so low in the water, these vessels have a tiny silhouette, making them hard to see at sea. Their sleek, hydrodynamic shape also leaves almost no wake, which makes spotting them from the air just as difficult. There are several variations of the vessels, and traffickers constantly tweak their designs, adapting to law enforcement tactics, part availability, and access to skill builders. Around 2016, many traffickers began using outboard motors instead of inboard ones, since they're easier to install and more widely available in the remote areas where the subs are built. These vessels are also painted in camouflage colors that match the ocean and the conditions expected during the trip. Subs moving through the shallow Pacific waters are often teal, while those crossing the stormy Atlantic are usually dark blue or gray. Low-profile vessels can cost as little as $150,000 to build, according to the Colombian Navy, though most estimates put the price between $1 and $2 million. They usually need a crew of 3 or 4 pilots for the journey. While low-profile vessels are more likely to be intercepted since they don't fully submerge, they're also easier to build and operate than fully submersible ones. Another key type of vessel is the narco-torpedo, towable underwater containers built to carry large loads of drugs, usually 1 to 2 tons. They're attached to ships with long steel cables and can be towed, while submerged at depths of up to 90 feet. Narco-torpedoes have become increasingly sophisticated. Some now include ballast systems and hydroplanes to help control their depth. In one 2005 case, U.S. authorities intercepted a torpedo with a radio buoy, allowing traffickers to release it to avoid capture and recover the cargo later. Fully submersible vessels are the most advanced type of Narco-Sub. They can dive completely underwater, often reaching depths of up to 30 feet. These vessels can carry as much as 10 tons of cocaine and are undetectable by radar. They come equipped with advanced GPS and navigation systems. Building a fully submersible vessel is an enormous undertaking. It requires advanced engineering skills and costs between $2 and $4 million. But for traffickers, the investment pays off. These subs have only ever been found on land, suggesting that once they're at sea, they're nearly impossible to detect. Of the 240 Narco-Sub seizures analyzed by Inside Crime, more than half were built in artisanal shipyards along Colombia's Pacific coast. Colombia's western departments are covered in dense jungle and crisscrossed by rivers that lead to the sea. Hidden deep in estuaries, surrounded by thick vegetation and positioned near key waterways, these makeshift shipyards have become the heart of Narco-Sub construction. These hidden shipyards are usually in remote, deserted areas and operate as small hubs of criminal enterprise. They bring together drug suppliers, skilled builders, naval engineers, crew members, and security teams, along with well-funded criminal groups that finance the operation and can wait months for a return once the drugs finally reach their destination. Between 2019 and 2023, authorities uncovered dozens of these sites, 26 in Nariño, 10 in Cauca, and 3 each in Valle de Cauca and Chocó. Nariño and Cauca are 2 of Colombia's main coca-growing regions, so it makes sense that many artisanal shipyards are nearby. This way, the cocaine only has to travel short distances by land before being loaded onto Narco-Subs. While most artisanal shipyards are concentrated along Colombia's Pacific coast, others have been discovered in Brazil, Venezuela, Guyana, and Suriname in recent years. This suggests that more traffickers are using these vessels to send cocaine directly to high-value European markets. In 2024, authorities seized a near-record number of Narco-Subs, with at least 25 successful interdictions, according to data analyzed by Inside Crime. Most were caught along Pacific drug routes between South and Central America. In total, 81% of the vessels in our database were found in Pacific waters or along the Pacific coast. Colombian authorities aim to intercept these vessels in rivers and estuaries before they reach open water, where detection is much more difficult. Still, only about 1 in 4 Narco-Sub seizures happen on land or in rivers. Once at sea, interception becomes a major challenge, with success rates dropping as low as 5% depending on conditions, according to U.S. security officials. These subs are sometimes supported by a network of fishing boats and smaller vessels that act as refueling stations at key points along the route. While some Narco-Subs can hold over 1,300 gallons of fuel, they may need to refuel earlier, depending on sea conditions or detours to evade authorities. As with all seizures, the data only captures Narco-Sub incidents known to law enforcement. Any estimate of actual interdiction rates or the number of subs operating in the region are stabs in the dark. Traffickers often scuttle their subs even after completing successful trips, making it hard for law enforcement to pinpoint where the drugs come ashore. Still, the sites of interdictions, beached vessels, and court testimony provide valuable clues. On the Pacific side, the long, lightly patrolled coastlines of Guatemala and southern Mexico have long served as key hubs for maritime and aerial drug shipments. Similarly, in the Atlantic, Narco-Subs are often headed for Central America and southern Mexico. Traffickers also seem to be focusing more on Costa Rica. Between 2017 and 2019, authorities found 5 Narco-Subs beached along the country's southern coast, an early sign of its growing role as a cocaine transshipment point for regional criminal groups. Seizures of transoceanic Narco-Subs are still rare, but becoming more frequent. Since the first confirmed Atlantic crossing in 2019, 12 vessels have been caught trying to reach the coasts of Europe and Australia. 8 of them in 2024 and 2025 alone. Law enforcement often frames these seizures as victories, but the fact that criminal groups continue to load multi-ton shipments onto these vessels shows that the method remains highly effective, despite the risks and occasional interdictions. This was Under the Radar, what hundreds of Narco-Sub seizures tell us about global cocaine routes, one of the most recent investigations published by Inside Crime on May 16, 2025, co-authored by Sam Woolston and me, Henry Schuldner. For more audio stories, podcasts, and long-form narrative journalism, make sure to follow us on Spotify, Apple, Amazon Music, and YouTube. And to read more about the narco-subs, drug policy, and cocaine trafficking in Latin America and the Caribbean, visit insightcrime.org.